Hi guys! Welcome to my May wrap-up, and I was pretty successful in May. I read 8 books and 3 mangas. First, I have to admit, 2 of the books, 1 book and 1 manga I read in April and just forgot to show you, but I will show you them now. So they count to May, although I read them in April. The first book is To Live or to Die by Larissa Wolff, and this one is the first novella in the Yanta Chronicles, and the first book to that is Katerina, and this is placed right after Katerina. It's, like I said, a novella, so really short, and I have to admit I had my difficulties with Katerina, but this book was just so strong and so great and so emotional. I really loved the characters and it really got me interested in the series again, so this saved the series for me and I'm really thrilled to see where the next book is going to lead, so that got 5 out of 5 stars from me, so highly recommend the series to you. Then I read a manga also in April, and that is the 3rd volume in the Midnight Devil manga series by Hirako Miura. This is again about Rin and Cha and their life together and the stuff that happens to them. If you want to see anything further, then go check out my review of Beauty and Devil and the 1st volume Midnight Devil in this series. And I have to admit, I really enjoyed this particular volume. It was great, it was fun. We had little Cha and he was just so sweet and so cute, and the story was just again amazing, and I really liked this manga and also gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Then the first real book for May is The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. I've had this on my TBR for over a year now and kind of got into reading it because of Project 5 Books and because of a weekend that was dedicated to reading, and that was chosen for me, this book, so I read it and I thought it was okay. It was interesting but not too gripping for my opinion. I liked the couple, I liked the romance. They were sweet, but I didn't have like these big sparks, so I gave it a 3.75 out of 5 stars. The next book I read, and kind of my highlight for May, was The Retribution of Mara Daya, and I started reading this book at the beginning of May and wasn't really a big fan of this, because the beginning was kind of like the end of the second books, which I didn't like too much, and I had my difficulties with this one as well. Right, like halfway through, and then it started getting interesting. The story was really well solved in my opinion. It was really well made and I really enjoyed the story. It was such a great conclusion in my opinion, and it really wowed me. I cried so much throughout this book. The words were just beauty, and yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. It was just such an amazing book and such a great conclusion to a great series. The next book I read is The Master from Mittenwald by Christiane Martini. Finally, I got to this one, and I have also a review up for this in German. And I had so high expectations for this one and was just not satisfied at all. I didn't like the story too much. I liked that it played throughout different locations, and I thought the story was interesting, but it was just not made interesting. The writing style was just kind of boring, and every time we got some tension, well, it was solved like immediately, and so I didn't find it really gripping. I didn't like the 2 main protagonists too much, and I didn't really like their relationship, so I was kind of bored with this one and gave it a 2.75 out of 5 stars. The next book is again a really hyped book, and that is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, and I've had this on my TBR for quite a while now as well, and yeah, I also had my difficulties with Daughter of Smoke and Bone, I have to admit. It started off really interesting but didn't grip me too much. I really wanted to be sucked into the story and wasn't, just like up until the last 100 pages or so, although it was a really fast read. Right until the last 100 pages I wasn't too big of a fan of the story because I didn't really like Akiva. I didn't like his chapters when we were reading from his perspective. That kind of didn't that kind of ruined the story for me, because every time I read from his perspective I was just thinking, oh my god, get over yourself, be a bit stronger. And he was just so weak when you read from his perspective. But if you saw him through someone else's eyes, then he was kind of attractive and cool and a great character right until the end. And the end and the last 100 pages that were told in the past, that were the thing that got me interested in the book again and kind of made me like it, and that's why I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And I'm going to continue the series, I guess, and want to see how the story continues, but I really like that this book kind of didn't leave unanswered questions and had a good conclusion for this book. So all the questions you got throughout this book were answered, and I really enjoyed that. The next book I read was Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the second book in the Grisha trilogy. And I have to admit, I really enjoyed this book right until the end. The end was a bit not my thing, because it was really fast paced and a bit too fast for me, because every time you had something new, it was taking me like 1 or 2 pages to kind of get what was going on, and then she was wanting to achieve this and that with her action, and it took me so long to understand that. And the one thing about the 2 soldiers was really, I couldn't get that in my head. And so the end was just too much information in too little time. I couldn't keep up with that, so that kind of made the book a bit worse for me than it actually would have been if the ending would have been better. So I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Then I read an ebook that I don't have here with me, obviously, because it's an ebook, and that is The Too Clever Fox, also by Leigh Bardugo. This is another novella from the Grisha world and another fairy tale from the Grisha world, and I have to admit, I liked this one. It was great, but it only got like 4.5 out of 5 stars from me, because I just liked the other short story much better, because this one was kind of predictable what was going to happen, and I didn't like the fox too much, because he was a bit arrogant in my opinion, but I still liked the end, and I still liked the story in a whole, and the end was just really gripping, so I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read is The Legend of the World Wanderer by Janina Ebert, and I've had this on my TBR since November. I got this as a birthday gift and got through it only now, and I have to admit, it was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. There were a lot of references that were my childhood. Like, there was this comparison between Pokemon and Digimon, and it was just like, I was screaming because it was just so great to see that in the book, and I really enjoyed that. And overall, I really enjoyed the story. I have to admit, it wasn't as good as Lines of a Ghost. Lines of a Ghost was just a bit better, but this book had a great ending and a great story and lovable characters, and it was really funny, so I gave it 4 stars. Then I read another manga, and that is 31 I Dream by Arina Tanemura. And I have to admit, I wasn't the biggest fan of this one. It had really beautiful drawing like all Tanemura mangas have, but the story just lacked for me. When I read the synopsis, it just sounded so funny and so interesting, and then I read it, and it wasn't just not really funny, and the story was just okay. And if there would have been a bit more funny situations, and then I think it would have been much better, but yeah, just kind of underwhelmed me. So I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. The last book I read this month is The Way to Ellen Dallas by Martin Blasco, and this is a really short book. It had only 120 pages, so I really read it in a day, in an afternoon, and it was an interesting story. It was like a fairy tale, like a lot of people described it, and I really enjoyed it, although it wasn't too gripping. And this is again a book that I can't really give a rating to, because it kind of falls out of the system, and so that's why I didn't get a rating from me. But I really enjoyed it for a quick read. And the last manga I read is the 4th volume in the Midnight Devil manga series, and I have to admit it was again a great manga, although there were 1 or 2 scenes that I didn't like too much, that were a bit off for me, and still I enjoyed them. That isn't the question, but I was kind of not so happy that those scenes were in there because they weren't so good, and they were drawn beautifully and not too bad, but from what was shown in them I didn't like it too much, and I have to admit I didn't like show in this one too much, and from what I've heard of the 5th and last volume in that, he gets even worse. If you have seen my review, you know that I didn't like show too much, but in the last mangas he was okay, and now he's kind of getting meh again, and I don't like that, and I hope Show gets better. So I didn't like this one as much as the others, so I gave it a 4.75 out of 5 stars. So guys, that was it. That was my reading month of May, and I'm pretty happy with what I read, so I hope you had a great reading month as well, and I will see you soon with another video. Goodbye!